Hey guys, what's up? Thank you so much for watching Soulful Renderings and welcome back to yet another episode of Eye Openers, where I try to present my viewpoints about some social issues. Are you frustrated with COVID 19, lockdown, and exams just like me? Then this video is just for you. Keep watching. The novel coronavirus or COVID 19 pandemic has engulfed the entire world in just a matter of few months. Since its first appearance in India, Indian government has tried to curb its spread as best as it could. This is not what I am saying, this is what the government is saying. After almost 4 months of lockdown, India stands third globally in COVID 19 cases with more than 2 million cases across the country. Now, the question is, why is our country in this position right now, even after 4 months of lockdown? I might not be the best person to answer this question, but I have to say this. This was bound to happen. We Indians have this age old problem of blaming others for whatever the F that is going on in this universe. You won't use a sanitizer, not even a mask, but you are always the first one to go and watch the news, the number of cases, and complaining about it. What do you expect COVID to do? Or say, oh, okay, this person is too innocent for me. Let's just let him go. He's so good. He loves me. He's not even afraid of me. It's also frustrating to see how, just to cover up their inefficiency, Indians have just assumed that COVID is a Chinese virus. I'm not saying it's not, neither am I saying it is. I'm just saying that it's a goddamn virus. It doesn't belong to a particular country or a community or a race. How long will these politicians continue making a joke of everything? There is enough ghee to prepare laddus, but the country is in a debt trap when it comes to helping the poor people. People who don't even have the money to buy themselves one meal a day. I would say the country needs statue of equity more than statue of unity. And then comes the problem of capitalism, where the rich becomes richer and the poor becomes poorer. Now, what is an individual even going to do if the price of a mask is rupees 300? So simply speaking, it's a vicious cycle where ordinary people are just like bricks being trampled upon by the bulldozers sitting on the 10th floor of some luxurious high-rise buildings. Now that we are done with COVID-19, let's talk about lockdown and exams. Lockdown has made our lives hell, but still we have some place to live in, right? COVID-19 was diagnosed in India for the first time around the month of February, but even then the international flights weren't stopped. No immediate action was taken despite USA, Italy and Spain being the biggest examples of devastation. Why? Okay, fine. Lockdown was taken off because of jobs and all. People are dying out of starvation anyways. But is there any goddamn reason to open the mandirs or any religious institution in such a situation? Is your religion gonna prevent you in any way from becoming a victim to the virus? Now that there are thousands of cases every day, ignorance has increased like never before. The state government is even hiding the digits from the common people. This shows that your life has no value in front of the toxic politics of these politicians. Nowadays, there's hypocrisy in the name of logic. If sanitizer contains alcohol and that is cleansing your hands, then why not go and buy a full bottle of alcohol and drink it? It'll cleanse the entire body. I'm like, yeah, dude. Then go to your house, beat up your wife and children like a classic alcoholic, thereby increasing the domestic violence and rape cases. This is what we call democracy, equality, and education in our country, right? The most depressed and frustrated is the student population. What will happen to those giving the final exams? 100 out of 100 in Bengali and English has been successfully given to the 10th and 12th students by our CM. Now, how to destroy the lives of college students? I am a first year student. But first semester results hasn't been out yet and the exams were taken like a century ago. What about the final years? What about their future? I understand that everyone, including the government, is going through this situation for the first time. But if you are the one in power, you have to make a decision. We students cannot continue to live in oblivion. There has to be some kind of a settlement. This is a life, bro. It is not a Bollywood movie that you would do whatever the F you want with it. I understand that it's tough to make a decision considering the wide range of economic backgrounds the students are coming from. But I would again say you have to make a decision.